I've been the punching bag for Pop for years. He'll look me dead in the face and just say, "Does anybody have a question except you?"
At the AT&T Center, Spurs lose to the Milwaukee Bucks 87-94. And as you can see, this is not Rudy J. I am with Raul Flores, who is with AP Radio. He's been covering the Spurs for how long?
Since 1986, I've been stringing for the Associated Press in one form or fashion. So, been there through the low times and the high times. Big shoes to fill today in Rudy's place. So, thanks for having me.
Like literally because he has big shoes, or?
Big shoes, yeah.
So when I first started, just to share a little bit about Raul, I was really impressed because you were never scared about, or everyone's intimidated, but you were just asking Pop questions. Even if he was like, kind of give you a remark, you just laughed.
I've been the punching bag for Pop for years. He'll look me dead in the face and just say, "Does anybody have a question except you?" Because you have no clue what you're talking about. And after the interview, he'll give me a hug and a laugh and whatever. But he likes giving me a hard time.
So you talked to Pop after the game tonight. Not happy?
He was not happy at all with the 18 turnovers. He said anytime that the team turns the ball over 18 times, it's not going to translate into a victory. He said there were points in the game where 3 or 4 players who he did not name, but he called them out, said 3 or 4 players had just made some defensive errors that turned into baskets for Milwaukee.
Second half, the Bucks just dominated.
That third quarter, they really opened it up. They opened up a 14-point lead. Spurs were able to cut it to 2 at one point in the fourth quarter. But by that point, they were scratching and clawing, trying to get back into the game that they had let go in the third quarter. And interestingly enough, the last 3 games, the Spurs had played really well in the third quarter.
Before the game, shoot around in practice this week, players, even Coach Pop was talking very highly of Giannis. You know how to say his last name? Giannis
Antetokounmpo.
There you go. And even like Sean Elliott said, one of the keys to the game was not to freak out over Giannis. Did they freak out over Giannis?
I don't think so. Pop has always been, let their score his points and focus on everybody else. He took 24 shots to get 28 points, which is a lot of shots.
Yeah.
So they made him work for his points tonight. That team is scary. They really are at what they can do and what they're building there. Jason Kidd has got them playing at a really high level.
Before the game shoot around tonight, Tony Parker was out there shooting around with the guys?
Yeah, he's out there. Rumor has it that he could be in the lineup or on the bench before the end of the month. It's just kind of a wait-and-see game. You can keep your fingers crossed.
3 Spurs in double figures tonight. LA leading 20 points, and Manu Ginobili with 18 points tonight. Is that his highest this season?
That is his season high, yeah. You look at Manu, and he's 40 years old, and you say a 40-year-old shouldn't be doing that. But here he is, and he just brings so many intangibles. Yeah, you look at the stat sheet, and he had 18 points and 3 assists and 2 steals, which is pretty solid by anybody's standards. But there's just so many other little things that he does.
Last game, they had a season high of 33 assists. They moved the ball really well. What did you think about that tonight?
They were stuck in mud tonight. Yeah. They looked tired almost. Like there was one play where Danny Green came up with a steal. Or a rebound, and he landed on the floor, and he's on his seat trying to find a player, and the other 4 guys are just standing there.
Yeah.
And we're like, somebody move, somebody give him a target to pass it to, and he lost it. It got stolen from him just because there was nowhere to go.
Well, hopefully they're not too tired. They have another game. Back-to-back tomorrow, they host the Chicago Bulls. Well, thanks for joining me tonight and filling in for Rudy J. It was awesome.
Thanks for having me, and see you back soon, Rudy.